Welcome into the 2018 SCAC Fall Media Days. It's day 5 and time to take a look at the Austin College cross-country programs. The Roos, of course, coming off a season ago in which the men took home 6th place at the SCAC Championship and the women earned a 4th place finish. Now let's welcome in head coach Bryan Garcia, sophomore Johnny Biffar, and senior Hannah Richards. Coach, Johnny, Hannah, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Coach, I'll start with you. Now heading into your 4th season there at the helm of the Austin College cross-country programs. How do you typically handle preseason camp, and what have you learned is the most productive way to prepare your teams heading into a new season?
Yeah, so we pretty much just take them through like the regular, just a regular routine of what we were going to do, like when school starts. Just get them used to that. A lot of them, they all come from different backgrounds in terms of training and all that. So we just try and get them all on the same page, get them bonding together, hanging out together, and all that. So and it's going pretty well so far.
Johnny, for you now heading into your sophomore season, obviously a season ago you get that first year of collegiate experience. What did you learn from your freshman year that really helped springboard you into this sophomore season and prepare you better now going into your second year?
Man, I'll tell you what, that first year, it's a real eye-opener. You know, it's a real, that first race, it's a real wake-up call. You know, no matter how much you prepare, you're not really ready for your first collegiate race. But, you know, after the first season, I'm really looking forward to going out there and competing for a title.
Hannah, for you now in your senior season, coming into your final preseason camp, what's it like now being a senior leader on this team, and how maybe have you approached camp a little bit differently with that leadership role on your shoulders?
You know, I came into it last year. It was my very first season, and I had great leaders on the team who set great examples for me on the course, in the classroom, our culture. So I came into this with the mindset of trying to keep alive the culture that we had and keep that thriving, and just to make sure that we share that culture, we share that bond, and keep that going throughout the years. So I just kind of came in ready to step up and ready to fill some big shoes.
Coach, for you when it comes to preparing both of your teams, how do you kind of find that balance between rest and getting that base that is so needed and required in order for your groups to perform at their absolute highest level as the season continues to progress?
Yeah, so again, it's just something where on a daily basis, you know, when they show up to practice, asking them how their day has gone, both, you know, in athletics and academically, just kind of figure out what else is going on, ask them how their body's feeling. It's just a constant communication, so it's just that's how we kind of figure that out. So it's pretty simple. We just keep it simple.
Johnny, for you, what motivates you as a runner? I'm always so interested when it comes to distance runners, the discipline that it requires to continue to grow as an athlete in your sport. What is it for you individually that motivates you on a day-to-day basis to continue to get better?
You know, I feel like what would answer that question best would be the Pokemon theme song, Ash Ketchum. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. You know, I feel like that really encompasses what I want.
Hannah, for you individually in your first SCAC championship, an outstanding performance, 15th overall in the SCAC cross-country meet. How do you continue to grow as a runner this season in your senior year?
So last season was a complete learning experience. I had my very first cross-country race. I was brand new. It was a culture shock at times, but now that I've kind of learned and took from my teammates and my coaches and just the experience, I feel I have that confidence built up. I have the knowledge. I've just learned and learned. So I feel very confident and very prepared. So now that I'm not dealing with that learning curve, I'm ready to, do some damage.
Coach, as you begin to prepare both your men's and women's team heading into this season, what are you really trying to preach this preseason? What are one or two things that you really hope that both the men's and the women's program take steps forward in the right direction to be as successful as they possibly can this season?
I just preach that you have to run for something bigger than yourself. So you do it for your teammates. So I feel that it's a lot easier to be successful when you're running for other people.
Johnny and Hannah, I'll wrap up with your portion of the questions, kind of with a similar question for both. Johnny, we'll go with you. Just speak to some of the goals that you have for this men's program heading into this season. How do you continue to kind of take the next step as a group? What are some of the things you've talked about? And same for Hannah on the women's side as well. What are some of the goals for that team as well?
Right. So the guys team is relatively new, and I think this is the biggest that it's been so far. We got a real solid group of guys that just came in, and I really think we can do some damage in the conference, and I'm really looking forward to it and the years to come.
For our team, I think we're really focused on, just building up, getting ready for the conference meet, and trying to do the best we can because we have big plans. So we're just trying to put in the work and get there and learn on our way.
And Coach, finally for you, for the fans that will come out and support your teams this year, family, friends, what can they expect to see? What do you hope sort of is a consistent with this group that really makes identities for both of these teams that that everyone can kind of count on each meet when they show up to support the Roos?
I think it kind of goes back to what I said the previous question, but just more so just like the family and the community that we have with each other. Again, running for something bigger than yourself, running for each other, and like I said, just like the family atmosphere and the competitive atmosphere.
Austin College cross-country programs. The Roos will open up the 2018 season when head coach Bryan Garcia, sophomore Johnny Biffar, and senior Hannah Richards travel to the Dallas Baptist Patriots Open on September 1st. Coach, Johnny, Hannah, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the season.
Thank you.
Hey, have a good one.